What is your American dream?
My American dream is humility with humanity. What I mean by that is when you walk into a room, realize that the first thing that you have the same is that you will be different. And until you get to know that person and learn about them, make your own decisions.
My American dream will be to, it's time for the new generation to come and pass the torch.
My American dream would be that the U.S. learns community and culture from Mexico, from all of its immigrants, because that is what makes America beautiful.
It's about putting good stories out there. There's so many things that we should be aware of. For me, it would be amazing as an American dream if I could open doors to more women to produce their content.
We are the United States. We're not the divided states. So that's my dream, that everybody can see that. So today, that's why I decided to do this exhibition on a Sunday, which Sundays are family days in Latin America. It's called a Domingo Familiar, so that we can all get together as families, not only to celebrate who we are, but also to help others stay together that cannot be together.
Everyone has a right to the American dream. It's Hump Day, it's Brad Bernstein, it's Wednesday, it's December 2nd, it's the end of 2020, and I'm joined by Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias. How
We're
are
here.
you?
We're good, I'm good.
It's just me and you for Hump Day today.
Just, just like old days. We've done this before. I think we're gonna be okay.
I'm scared to say how I feel because it can always be taken the wrong way, and then everybody like, what? What did Uncle Brad just say?
Yeah. Just let it flow.
Just let it
come out your mouth.
Right. Exactly. Right. Anything coming out of my mouth, right? Someday. How's everything going? Well.
Everything's good. Everything's good. How about yourself?
Wonderful. All right. Let's say hello. By the way, I read your Instagram story. Made me laugh. I was running, so I didn't get a chance to respond about your neighbor.
Which one?
About your neighbor.
Man,
I don't want to talk about it, but everyone should just go, and it made me laugh, right?
Yeah, go to my Instagram, guys.
About your neighbor. You're like, what the heck's with this neighbor, right?
I was like, this guy's got to be kidding me. Like, it's crazy. He's totally different from what he gives off online.
Right. Well,
I got to watch out with online dating, man.
Well, you know what? It really goes to show, I think what you're really trying to say, and by the way, Jonathan was commenting that what the life that his neighbor is showing is not really his life. And because Jonathan knows this human being, and, there's a big building, so we're not going to call out any individual person. But it's a big building that you live in. But you're like, this guy ain't living this life, which really goes to show, how not real a lot of social media is. Right?
A lot of it is not. It's crazy. Y'all got to watch out.
Now, I will tell you what is real. You want to know why this is real?
Why?
Because it's live. We can't edit anything. What you see is what you get.
Absolutely.
Right? Because, almost every other law show, they tape it. I don't know, maybe that they do 20 tapes before they get it right.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah,
we don't know what's coming out of my mouth at any moment. We don't know what's coming out of your mouth at any moment either.
No, sure don't.
Because it's Hump Day. I'm only saying that because it's Hump Day. And right. But that's true. I mean, it's really hard to fake live.
Yeah.
You
can't.
I can't fake live. This is who I am. Okay?
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, how many people have called us? I can't stage 1 million immigration questions, right? It's impossible. So I don't know what's coming at me first, second, and third. right? I don't know what's.
Just goes to show how amazing you are, though.
Well, thank you very much. It also goes to show how amazing you are, and Nesquik is too, because we're all thinking off the top of our heads, and obviously this is a well-produced show by Jilly Bean, but certainly this is a live, reactive show.
Yes.
So we can't fake it.
Can't fake it. It's real. This is the real deal, y'all.
It is, right? Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally have been working all day. I walk into the studio. All right. I even said to Jilly, I said, maybe I should put some makeup on. I mean, I'm looking older. And Jilly goes, no, you look good. Be who you are.
Right.
Don't do nothing.
No filter.
No filter. I said to Jilly, I said, maybe I should get hair plugs. Nobody would know the difference. She said, don't do anything, Jilly said. Stay Uncle Brad.
I thought we got you a wig for Halloween.
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
You don't want to use that?
No. I mean, the most I do is grow a beard.
What happened to your beard? I thought that you was growing the beard out.
I know.
I liked it.
I liked it too, but it gets itchy after a while. So I like to.
No, you get
I like to grow. You know what I need? I'll tell you what I need. There's a machine that trims your beard. I'm told it's like $29. It's not even a lot of money. I was told it's like $29.
Get at like a beauty supply store.
Yeah,
or...
I'm just lazy. I didn't get it. I wanted to.
Only get it for you?
No. I'll get it, but thank you very much. But if you want to buy me a Christmas/Hanukkah gift, that would be a lovely gesture. And and I wanted to, but then my beard started growing. I didn't want to look like some of the Jewish boys out in Brooklyn, with the beard coming down to here. Right. So, so I said, all right, I got to shave. And, but I really wanted to get, the trimmer, but I didn't get a chance to.
Yeah. It makes it easy.
What?
It's easier like that.
You got one of those.
Yeah.
Right.
And it itches for a while when you first get it, but like after a while, you'll get used to it.
You know what's amazing when we don't have Vanessa? This just turns into the man show.
It's the manscaping show.
This is like Brad and Yo-Yo's man show. We don't have any woman.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah. There's like no woman here to balance us out. This is like Brad and Yo-Yo man show. All right, let's say hello. Let's say hello to the squad. Willie O. Williams, how are you doing? Harriet, squad up. Corinne Gray, what's going on? Jessica Levy. Joelle, by the way, Yo-Yo.
Yes.
Talking about Jessica Levy Joelle, she is going to have a co-starring role today. Later in the show, our top fan, Jessica Levy Joelle, and show crew member Jay Rhymes, they're going to compete in a game called, how do you say it? Now, Yo-Yo, you were the MC of the game show. How do you say it?
Yeah. No, it was so much fun. It was super fun. They're going to enjoy that.
It is an exclusive Bradshaw Live game show. Nobody does, how do you say it, like Yo-Yo at Bradshaw Live. And by the way, after you watch it, if you as a member of the squad, I mean, you got to be a member of the squad. But if you as a member of the squad want to compete against one of our crew members, it's going to be squad versus crew. Now,
I like that.
I don't know who is the winner, but we're going to keep track, squad versus crew. We're going to bring
out a good game.
Yeah, we're going to bring out different crew members. We're going to play different games. Crew versus squad, squad versus crew. We'll see who the winner is. And but let me finish saying hello. So stay tuned. Watch Jessica Levy. We'll see who won that. Deion Watson, squad up. How are you? Dawn Harriet, squad up. Christy Consali, Lisa Bling Rose. Who else we got here? Christy Consali, Lisa Bling Rose, Cece Mitchell. How are you? And Ifua Yaboa wants to know if she can adopt a child who is an orphan from Africa as a green card holder. You can't do an orphan petition as a green card holder, but perhaps if you're married to a U.S. citizen and you got your green card through marriage to a U.S. citizen, your spouse can do the orphan petition, and you can obviously be a co-sponsor, but the citizen needs to sign the orphan petition. But maybe there's other options. Let's see. Let's see who else we got here. Hadi Shiraz. Boy, I feel terrible, Yo-Yo, about...
You're doing good.
No, I feel terrible about... I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing Hadi or Karaz or Charaj. I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the name right, but Hadi says I'm the best. So if I'm the best, I should be able to at least pronounce the name properly. So my apologies if I'm butchering it a little bit. Who else we got here? Ma Dukes. Have we seen Ma Dukes in a while?
Yeah, we have.
Oh, we have. Okay. I thought maybe she was missing for a little bit. Marlene Duncan, squad up. How are you? Willie L. Williams. I think I said Willie. Giselle Hilton Johnson. How are you? And who else we got here? Dwayne White, squad up. A lot of people today.
Yeah.
Teresa Lake. What's going on? Let's see what's going on YouTube. Ja Love. Jessica Leamy double fisting because she's co-starring in the show today.
Yeah.
So you know she's going to be double fisting today. Kamoni, how are you? Isila Enot, squad up. Sherry with a purpose, licensed practical nurse. My dream is that everyone is respected. Very nice, Sherry with a purpose, licensed practical nurse. Very, very nice. Lee Manor. He's part of the crew, by the way, but we wouldn't know that. He's been on a 3-week vacation. Who agreed to that one?
Lee
Manor.
3 weeks?
He got 3-week vacation. Who agreed
Where's
to that
he
one?
at?
I don't even know. He's all over the world. Who knows where he is? But eventually he's got to come back if he wants a paycheck. Daniel K., how are you? Pauline Palmer, squad up. And Yo-Yo, why don't you tell everybody what they need to do while I stretch and get ready for some schmoozing?
Absolutely. So I got the whole squad to myself today. That means that you guys have to please listen to everything that I have to tell you guys, and please work with me, all right? I'm doing Nesquik's job today, so I need you guys to be extra prompt and get ready to start sharing and doing everything that I'm going to ask for you guys to do today. So first things first, everybody on all social media platforms, I need you guys all to please join the Brad Squad. It's a VIP page on Facebook. You're going to get different content on there that we won't put on other social media platforms. What's up?
Carol, hello. I don't want you to be upset. Let's all say hello to Carol. The top cat Tigress Anderson, also known as Carol Anderson the Tiger. And I stopped the show because she watches every day. How could I not say hello to her, right?
Right.
And also Sasha Ford and Atisha Gordon and everybody else I missed. Go back, Yo-Yo.
All right. So please, you guys have to join the Facebook fan page. You guys are going to be able to throw in your question anytime throughout the day.
Dion Reed. Shout out to Dion Reed. Squad up. Go ahead. Sorry.
All right, throw in your questions anytime throughout the day. Now on Facebook, first things first, before you do anything on Facebook, I need you all to share right now. I love what you guys did yesterday. Y'all listened to me and actually went into the comment section and said that you shared. Let's do that again. And I want you guys, please, I urge you guys to make sure that everybody shares as well. Stay on top of each other. I'm going to be in the comments also reminding y'all, but I love when you guys are like, hey fam, let's share. Squad up, let's share. So share to anybody's page. You can share to an inbox, copy the link, send it in a text message blast. So many different ways to share, but it all helps the algorithm, and it also helps get the word out to people, because you might share it to your friend who doesn't need help, but know that somebody else needs help, and they share it to 2 other people. That right there, listen, this is the snowball effect.
It's so strange. It's so strange. I don't mean to interrupt you, but we have like 125,000 people who follow us. How is it possible that we have such little people watching our show on Facebook at this moment?
That's what I'm saying.
It's so strange.
Very weird.
It's very weird.
Strange. Yeah.
To have a show with 125,000 followers?
Right.
What?
That is weird.
Somebody's not doing something. Where somebody's got to do something.
Well, let's try this again. So we haven't done the watch party in a long time, all right? So let's try and see if Facebook is not going to block us from getting everybody out there. So now let's all start the watch party at the same time right now. This is the perfect time. All you have to do is press share, and it says other options, then watch party and start. I need you guys all to do that, and also confirm in the comment section when you do that. Now, on YouTube, first things first, I need you all to please subscribe. Hit that little red button. When you do that, it will notify you anytime we go live. Remember, we do pop-ups, so you won't know unless you subscribe. And you also will get notified anytime we throw on different videos, because sometimes we clips of the show, and we answer certain questions, like specific questions. You won't know unless you subscribe. So everybody do that, and make sure you tell your friends to subscribe as well. Now, Nesquik, I know she's boss lady. She gets it in with these thumbs up. I need you guys to all throw up that thumbs up, all right? So all you have to do is click that little gray thumb and make it blue. That is very important because it tells YouTube that this is a great show. The algorithm will send it out to all kinds of people, maybe even put us on the homepage. That's the only way we can do it, is through you guys. I can hit that thumbs up as much as I want, and it will only count once. Now let's all work together and make sure we show this video some love. We'll make sure we tell YouTube that they need to throw us on the homepage. The only way, like I said, that will happen is through you guys.
I don't want to say anything, but it looks like there's going to be a little rumble between YouTube and Facebook very soon. I mean, Tanisha Thomas is saying, come on, Facebook, get your act together. I think Facebook and YouTube are going to start rumbling soon. What do you think?
Yes, I like to see that. Even though we all a family.
We a family, but there's going to be a little rumble in the family, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just looking at the comments.
I like that. So let's see how we can do it. Like, I don't know how we can figure out who does more. Maybe the most thumbs up. I don't know, but Facebook always comes through with it. I don't know. YouTube, you might have some work to do. So make sure you guys show some love. Everybody hit that thumbs up. Throw in your questions in the comment section right now. You could also share this video too. You can copy the link, send it in a text message blast, just like you could do on Facebook. You could also send it to any one of your social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever you want. All right. Now, make sure you guys follow us on Instagram. We will be posting snippets of the show, just in case you can't watch the full 2 hours. We'll post snippets of the show. I don't like to say the best part of the show because this whole show is the best part of the show. But if you can't watch the whole show, we will put snippets on Facebook, now on Facebook, on Instagram. So at Brad Show Live, make sure you guys follow that. And you could also DM. We also answer questions from the DMs. Of course, Brad tells you to hit him up in DM. You could also do that on the Brad Show Live page as well, okay? And don't forget, follow us on Twitter as well, Brad Show Live. We are everywhere, all right? Now, let's get into it. Schmoozing with Brad.
All right, just in the nick of time, Yo-Yo.
Yes.
Just in the nick of time. I am fast. You know what I just did while you just said, get ready for some schmoozing with Brad? I just noticed, I looked down and I noticed that I'm supposed to, part of my job duties, besides being an attorney, and besides hosting a show and producing a show with Jilly, and doing everything we do, part of my job duties is every day I come in, I clean my own cup. I don't have an ego. I do everything. And I changed the batteries in my mic.
Oh.
I forgot to change the batteries. Yeah, so I just looked down and I was on 1%. I'm like, uh-oh.
So you changed it now.
I did change it. So now we're ready.
There we
for
go.
our schmoozing. There we go. Now we're ready. So, Justice Department, this is not a shock. All right, in an administration that has lined its pockets with very gray area, you want to call it. I don't want to say criminal activity. We'll find out if there was criminal activity after Trump left, but certainly a lot of gray area graft. That's what I like to call it, gray area graft, where people are lining their pockets, and maybe it's legal, maybe it's not. We'll find out a lot more after Trump leaves office. But right now, the Justice Department is investigating a potential crime related to funneling money to the White House or related Republican national political committees in exchange for the presidential pardon. Newly unsealed court records show a judge reviewed a request in August from prosecutors to access documents obtained in a search as part of a bribery for pardon investigation. There's no names yet. There's no timeline yet. But the fact that Donald Trump loves the pardon, and he has already pardoned people like Michael Flynn, like Roger Stone, Rudy Giuliani's requesting a pardon, as well as his entire family, And God knows how many other people have put in their applications for pardons. I wouldn't be surprised if Trump pardons 3, 4, 5,000 people and somehow makes this a money-making scheme. That's what the Justice Department is investigating right now. Now, Trump has told others that he's concerned that he's doing these pardons of all of his associates because he's concerned that the Biden administration may go after them for criminal activity. But the fact is this: if there was no criminal activity, Biden could go after you all you want. They ain't going to find anything.
Exactly.
All right? You only pardon if you pardon your family, you pardon Giuliani, you pardon Ivanka, you pardon Don Jr., Eric, dumb Eric. You can pardon all of them. Even Melania, he wants to pardon. But you only pardon people if you think
when you're guilty.
You're guilty. If you have nothing to hide. You know, I say this all the time. You know, people say, well, you know, I'm in a real marriage. You know, what if, I went to the interview, they don't believe it's a real marriage. They said they want to investigate. I'm really terrified. I said, let them investigate. What do you got to hide? Let them come over. Tell them you're having pot roast tonight. You want to join me? So, I mean, if you got nothing to hide, you got nothing to hide. Let them investigate till the cows come home. You're going to get a green card. So I tell my clients that are in real marriages, don't worry about it. I said, you live with the man. You live with the woman. Or if they're same-sex marriage, whatever it is. Right. So let them investigate till the cows come home. Real is real. Innocent is, there's no possible way. I don't want to say innocent is always innocent because there's a lot of innocent men who go to jail. So I don't want to say innocent is always innocent. But I would have to believe, in this particular situation, there is not a chance in hell that the Biden administration would be able to bring charges against Trump or any part of his family unless there was an open and shut case. And
Absolutely.
Trump would not want to pardon him and his family. By the way, Rudy Giuliani's under investigation right now. No charges have been brought against him, but he's under investigation by, I don't remember, it was the Southern District or Eastern District of New York. So Trump's under investigation. He wants to pardon himself. He wants to give himself a pardon. I think it's preposterous to be able to pardon people that perhaps you were in a conspiracy with.
Yeah.
Trump is, conspiracy is when you make an agreement to commit a crime. That's what a conspiracy is. Okay?
Right.
So, you didn't have to commit the crime to be involved in a conspiracy to commit a crime. You didn't have to be the guy who opened up the bank door.
Right.
As long as you were involved in a conversation. Right. Yeah. You were involved in a conversation with the guy who opened the bank door. So, it's like, the convict, the person who opens the bank door to steal all the money says, I'm going to give all the guys who helped me a pardon and myself too. It doesn't seem like that's very fair that you can commit a crime and pardon yourself. Or pardon people that you could be in a conspiracy with.
Yeah, it's not fair at all.
Well, I don't know. It hasn't been tested by the courts. Now, what has been tested, I talked about this the other day. I wonder if you can pardon people for offenses that you haven't been charged with. But the reality is, I read up a little more about it because, and I was actually wrong. And when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Do you know Gerald Ford pardoned Richard Nixon? He had not been charged with a crime yet. When Gerald Ford pardoned Richard Nixon for Watergate, Nixon had not yet been charged with a crime. They believed he was going to be charged with a crime, but he was never, and it was never tested in the courts. Nobody ever tested it, whether
so he was
or not.
The first.
Yeah, whether or not. I don't know if he was the first, but he was certainly, somebody that it happened to. It hasn't been tested in the courts whether or not, you can pardon a human being for a crime they haven't been charged with yet. Yo-yo. Well, Yo-yo seems to be frozen there for a second, but now he's back.
I'm back now.
Okay, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
By the way, to end that story, we have to have a comment by Donald Trump, crybaby. He said in a tweet last evening, he said all of this pardon bribery scheme, fake news. fake news, he says. I believe him, right? He always tells the truth.
Right.
I believe him. I believe everything he says. Yeah, right.
You do?
No. I'm being sarcastic. I mean, you got to be, really born today to believe everything he says. Even even the most ardent supporter of Donald Trump can't possibly believe everything that comes out of his mouth. You can't.
Right. No.
Yeah. Meanwhile, yesterday we said that Joe Biden got certified in Arizona and Wisconsin. Well, today he is headed toward victory in Georgia as well. Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger said today it looks like the Vice President Biden will be carrying Georgia, and he is our president-elect. What's interesting about that is the Secretary of State for Georgia is a Republican and also voted for Donald Trump. Now, Raffensperger noted the findings in multiple investigations so far in Georgia were in line with comments by Attorney General William Barr that the U.S. Justice Department has found, and we talked about this yesterday, no evidence of widespread voter fraud. Now, county election officials have until noon on Friday to finalize their votes, but it looks like, as of now, barring something crazy, and obviously, something crazy happens every day, but barring something crazy, it looks like Biden is going to be certified as the winner in Georgia. It's fait day complete. Fait day complete. Is that French? Or it's half French, half English? Fait day complete. Maybe I'm not. Maybe it's not French, but I'm using my Long Island accent, so I may not be pronouncing it right. But the point is, the point of the matter is, it's done. Put a fork in it. Joe Biden is the president.
Thank God.
What else is happening here? Meanwhile, a new federal court filing reveals that U.S. Customs and Border Protection held more than 6 children, some under the age of 1, in facilities along the U.S.-Mexico border for over 3 days in the last 2 months by themselves. They held a baby, a 1-year-old baby, in jail by himself or herself.
Oh.
The filing prompted Democratic... they separated kids, a 1-year-old baby, from their parents.
Jeez.
The filing prompted Democratic lawmakers to urgently request information from the Trump administration. Representatives Joaquin Castro, Jerry Nadler, among others, wrote to Acting Homeland Security Chief Chad Wolf, "We write out of grave concern for the children the Trump administration continues to neglect and treat with disregard at the border." An 8-year-old boy from Guatemala was held at the CBP detention center while his ill mother was transferred to an unknown location. He told an attorney, "My mom is somewhere else. They told me I cannot leave until she gets here." So he just stayed in jail by himself.
That's so sad.
It's very sad what's going on there. Now, according to statistics from the Johns Hopkins University, there are now over 64.2 million coronavirus cases worldwide. More than 13.7 million people have been diagnosed with COVID in America. Now, the CDC has changed its recommendations on quarantine from 2 weeks to 7 days if you take a corona test. If you're exposed to corona, the prior rule was you got to quarantine in your home by yourself for 14 days.
Right.
The new rule as of today is if you are exposed to corona but you don't have symptoms, obviously, you are supposed to quarantine for 7 days and take a corona test 3 to 5 days after your exposure. And if the corona test comes back negative, you are free to leave or not take a corona test and stay quarantined for 10 days. And the reason is that although there is a few people who have gotten sick with corona up to 14 days after exposure, the vast majority of people get sick from time of exposure to feeling ill 3 to 5 days. So as long as it's the vast majority of people who get exposed show illness 3 to 5 days, they feel that's more palatable to have to ask somebody to quarantine for 7 days rather than 14. And I think that kind of makes sense. I mean, you're taking a very, very small risk. Yeah. You're taking a very, very small risk of perhaps somebody who breaks their quarantine after 7 days and then gets symptoms later. But I think you're more likely to have people quarantine for 7 days. If you tell somebody to quarantine for 14 days, they say, hell with that, I ain't quarantining. I think you'll have more people walking around getting other people sick.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? You
No, I
understand the
agree.
theory?
No, yeah.
Yeah. Now,
That makes a lot more sense than, quarantining for
right.
14 days.
Yeah, because
Like,
I haven't heard anybody. I never spoke to anybody who said, "Yeah, I got exposed, 2 weeks ago, and I just started feeling sick."
right,
It's usually 3 to 5 days. It usually
Yeah,
is. That's what I've
that
heard.
is true.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the United Kingdom beat the United States. They have fast-tracked the Pfizer vaccine. As of today, the United Kingdom has approved Pfizer to start giving vaccinations to the medical frontline personnel in the UK. So medical doctors, nurses, frontline workers in the hospitals, I assume as of early as tomorrow morning, UK time, they're going to start getting vaccinated. Now,
Oh, wow.
why the UK beat the United States, if it would make anybody feel any better in the US over the UK or vice versa, is that the United Kingdom accepted the statistics from Pfizer without any further review. So in the UK and in Europe, they accept the results of Pfizer. They don't independently, or any drug company, they don't independently review it, and they approved it. In the United States, it goes through a secondary review by the Centers for Disease Control, who re-review all of the findings, the statistics, the different scientific evidence to confirm what the corporations are saying are true. So that is why there is a delay in the United States. It'll probably be a couple weeks while the government experts review the findings of Pfizer and then eventually Moderna as well. And then, my expectation is, from everything I've read, that sometime before Christmas, both Pfizer and Moderna are going to be approved. But that's why there's a 2 to 3 week lag between the UK and the United States of America.
Oh,
Now, China and Russia, they rolled out vaccines a while ago, but I don't know about those vaccines. Even Putin won't take his own vaccine. Putin rolled out the Sputnik vaccine in Russia, but he's not taking it. So if your leader's not taking it, guess who else ain't taking it? Nobody.
your people.
Your
yeah,
people aren't going to take it. So
that's sketch.
yeah, so he's not taking it. And by the way, Russia came out with this vaccine within 90 days. So who knows if it even works or not?
Nah, I'm good.
At least, I feel confident, that Western corporations have a higher threshold of responsibility than perhaps a corporation in Russia or China. Simply because, for no other reason, that people like me exist and Moshe the Bulldozer. Because if they put out a product that gets everybody sick, they're out of business. They're going to get sued up the wazoo.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Trump science advisor Scott Atlas, he's leaving the White House. What do I say to that? Goodbye.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Right.
Who the hell needs you? Well,
Right.
I give him the middle finger, this guy, because he basically told everybody walk around without a mask. This was Trump's coronavirus guy.
Oh, is he the one?
Yeah, go walk around without a mask. Masks don't work. Just go live your life. Go get everybody sick. And he knows it's downright wrong. And by the way, he has no experience as in this field of communicable diseases. All right, he knows as much about communicable diseases as Julian the TriCaster guy. I would have more confidence in Julian the TriCaster guy being the coronavirus expert at the White House than Scott Atlas. I swear to God. And Julian's a smart guy because at least he would read up and know the right things to say. And
so
I think
it makes sense why he's with Trump.
Yeah. So
he has no experience to be in the president.
Yeah, obviously he was butting heads with the people who were on the coronavirus task force, because he was just giving out some crap. But he had Trump's ear, which is why he was still there. And I only got to think is that Trump and Atlas and some of the other guys there in the White House, their theory is, you know what? Let's get everybody sick, and we'll have herd immunity quicker. Rather than quarantining. So if people die, but we'll get herd immunity and we'll get the economy going again, because they don't care if people die or not.
It's horrible.
They just want a good economy so they can
That's
stay
all they
in power.
care about.
That's all, to stay in power. And finally, before we get to Hump Day, Yo-Yo.
Oh.
Over 125 volunteers this weekend worked to transform the White House into America the Beautiful theme for the Trump's final Christmas in office. Highlights of this year's display include a tribute to essential workers and a tree with ornaments celebrating frontline workers. Over 270,000 Americans have died from COVID. First Lady Melania Trump's office released a statement. We salute America's everyday heroes who serve as first responders and frontline workers. And blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Well, do we have any camels?
It's Hump Day.
Do we have
Let
any
'em out.
camels? Let them out.
It's
Blah,
Hump
blah,
Day.
blah, blah, camels.
Right.
It's Hump Day.
All right. Well, you know who Greg Norman is? The shark?
The
Yeah,
golfer.
The golfer, right. So he is delighting fans these days as a 65-year-old, but not on the golf course. He was posted 3 photos of himself with his dog on the beach, captioning it, "A man and his dog." But if you take a closer look,
Whoa!
if you take a closer look, can we get closer? Can we get closer? All right,
my God.
one photo in particular caught the attention of eagle eyes everywhere. It was not his impressive abs. It was, and which are pretty impressive for a 65-year-old.
Right.
But it was something popping out of his bathing suit.
Looks like another stick.
It looks like another shark, a little more than a baby shark, maybe a teenage shark in there. Cheeky comments abounded, including one commenter saying, "Careful, your dog thinks you're hiding a stick. Shark, dog, and python," another one said. Naturally, Norman's nickname, he's called the Great White Shark, was used. Screamed at one comment, "The Great White Shaft," while another compared his outline to an anaconda. Fellow professional golfer Paige Sporadic, who herself has posted a lot of sexy pictures. She's the golfer with the very, blonde with the cleavage. She's also on the LPGA. She reshared Norman's viral photo and gave him a few nicknames, including Greg the Shark Norman, more like Hammerhead Shark.
Oh my God.
Norman reportedly had a one-word response to all of this. He said, "Amusing."
Damn, Greg, save it for OnlyFans.
65-year-old Australian guy, and he still got it.
These are hilarious.
He still got it. Well,
God.
There's one advantage, Yo-Yo. Apparently, Jill is really giving it to us today.
Oh gosh.
She's giving us all the penis stories, all wrapped up in one. She knew Vanessa wasn't going to be here. She said, Yo-Yo and Brad. Yep, I'm just seeing it here. Yep. Turns out, Yo-Yo, size does not matter when it comes to this one thing. Okay, what do you think the advantage that small men with small penises have over big men with big penises? What is the one advantage?
I feel like the small men have more money. This is what I hear from my homegirls.
You got it! You got it! Come on, you must have seen this. A survey by Online Bazaar. How did you know that, Yo-Yo?
Wait, hold on, because I'm about to clip this and send this to my homegirl, Cynthia.
Send it to Cynthia.
Always talks about the guys that are fully endowed are always the broke ass.
So now you go to Cynthia. You say, "Babe, now you know why I got no money."
Oh, there you go.
Right? You're gonna caption it. You go, "Babe, now you know why I got no money." A survey by Online Bazaar Only Buy found that the biggest earners tend to have the smallest assets. To determine whether penis proportions corresponded to the size of your paycheck, the e-commerce site recruited 997 men to answer questions about their work, their salary, and the dimensions of their hammerhead shark, otherwise known as their manhood. The study found that men with units measuring 7 and 8 inches earned an average of $35,000 to $50,000 per year. Meanwhile, men packing 3 inches. I never even knew a man could have a 3-incher.
Yeah, that's
That
wild.
3-incher. Come on, nobody has a 3-incher.
3 inches?
Nobody's got 3 inches. Come on.
God.
What kind of survey is this? A man with 3 inches, that is the threshold for the so-called micro penis. They made an annual income of $76,780 on average.
Well, that makes sense. They're not wasting their time having sex, so they might as well.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Right, they're having sex. They're just not wasting their time pleasuring anybody. But meanwhile, men with 4-inch penises, those were the men that were most likely to get promoted.
Willie L. Williams.
Yes. What did Willie L. Williams say?
He said, I'm broke.
Willie L. Williams and Yo-Yo.
He broke, Willie. It's all good.
So the man with the 4-inch penis, they're the ones who are most likely to be promoted. A July study by dating site Big One found that 8 inches was the optimal size for making women happy. So at least the well-endowed have that. Now, coincidentally, Only By found that those working the arts had the highest number of 8-inch penises, while sadly, bankers and lawyers posted the lowest. Come on, man! Come on! This is fake news. I'm just reading as I see it. This is fake news. Come on, man.
I don't know if I believe all that. But it does kind of make sense. I'm telling you, my homegirl does tell me a lot of stories, and it always comes out her mouth. The bigger the piece, the lesser the money in the account.
Wait, what's coming out of her mouth? These comments? What?
Oh, I said the bigger the piece, the lesser money in the account.
Well, send her.
Yeah, Jessica Leamy said, better believe, Brad, there's 3 inches out there, and they're broke as F, too. Damn. 3 inches and broke? That's just... Whew.
All right, well, this is... attention, Nigerians. This is for our Nigerian friends.
Okay.
There's a Nigerian playboy on the loose. And he stunned guests at a celebrity wedding by arriving with 6 heavily pregnant women, claiming all of these women were expecting his child. Wearing a bright pink suit, a smiling Mike Easy Nawali posted on Instagram with the sextet in matching silver outfits before taking them to the wedding of actor Williams Uchemba. The nightclub owner calls him Pretty Mike, proudly said that the photo was of him and his 6 baby mamas to be.
Look at that. What?
Yes. Can you imagine? He wrote,
That's wild.
No film trick. We are just living the best lives we can. A video clip in the same post then showed him grinning as he greeted each of the 6 women in turn, rubbing their pregnant bellies and even bending over to kiss one. A follow-up video posted showing him smiling in bed with 4 of the women, as well as getting a rub down in the shower from at least 2, asking his 300,000 followers to come up with a name of his thrilling lifestyle.
You know, this makes sense. This really makes sense because my dad is Nigerian.
Right,
my mom is
right. I know that.
My dad is Nigerian. So I have a lot of rich Nigerian friends, and we were just having. Remember where I went to the penthouse?
Right.
The person who owns the penthouse. He's my age, and he was saying, like, we had a debate, and he was like, Nigerian men just are not meant to be in like a monogamous relationship. Like, it's supposed to be polyamorous. Like, they all go for that. Like, it's
I
big.
have no idea, but we'll ask. We have a lot of Nigerians watching. We'll ask them their opinion. By the way, when he asked his followers to name his thrilling lifestyle, I'd call him Diaper Daddy, because in about 3 months he's going to be changing 6 different kids' diapers.
Do you believe he's going to be changing any one of those diapers? He's barely going to see those
not
kids.
one bit. He's just going to be giving money.
Right.
He's just giving money. That's what he'll be doing.
That's the wrong name.
Yeah.
That's the wrong name. He's just a player.
Oh, there's more. He did give due dates for his apparent brood, but all 6 women looked well. One commenter wrote, "Did you impregnate them all in 1 week?" His post received a fair amount of praise. One follower dubbed him the fallopian philanthropist or the ovary overlord. Others, however, questioned his insanity. Pretty Mike needs to be placed in the psychiatric intensive care section. He's obviously exhibiting some symptoms of mental illness.
Well, I mean, there are guys out there that have a bunch of baby mamas. This guy just did it all at once.
Right.
Can't be too mad.
Meanwhile, Yo-Yo, you got to watch out for Paige Woolen. She is you got to watch out for her, Yo-Yo. She is an Instagram model out in California. She has over 200,000 followers, and she has a side account. And the side account is at Dudes in the DM, from which she slides into the DMs of men who are suspected of cheating on their women to see if she can catch them in the act. She told Star Magazine, "I've been noticing a lot of guys that DM me on my personal account, and I had, profiles, they had profiles with their girlfriends or their wives. And it got me wondering if their girlfriends or wives know or care, that they're DMing random girls with photos in their bikinis." She posts images of the direct message exchanges she had with the men on Instagram, thus exposing the would-be cheaters. She wrote to one partnered man recently saying, "I just thought you were so cute, was hoping to meet up if you're single, of course." The man replied instantly, "I'm single enough. You got Snapchat." Another man, right?
I know that. I know when they ask for Snapchat, you know why?
Why?
Because in Snapchat, after you send a message, right after you it disappears right away.
Right.
So Instagram, everything. That's why she can catch those guys, because on Instagram, you don't know if they're Snapchatting it or screenshotting it or anything, and it stays there. You can unsend it, but they can screenshot it before.
Correct.
On Snapchat, if listen to a player, a player know.
Player.
Love.
You're a player. You're not a player. You're a player. Playa. Playa. Right.
So, I don't want to be a player no more.
But, I don't have Snapchat. I've never used Snapchat. Should I start using Snapchat? If I want to be
I did a while ago.
I guess if you want to be a dirty dog, you use Snapchat. Is that it?
Yeah.
Dirty dog uses Snapchat?
Yeah, because it shows when you take a screenshot. It actually tells you that somebody took a screenshot of your picture.
Now, I got a little more here. She now said another man flirted, claiming he was single, despite his Instagram account being full of pictures of his girlfriend. Overall, Woolen said she was surprised at the exchanges with men. She said most of them either don't answer, or if they said something mean or informed me that they had a girlfriend, only a few lied. I got to tell you something, Yo-Yo.
Huh.
All right? I just think men in general are just dirty dogs.
They are.
All right? What happened to you? They're dirty dogs, men.
They're dirty dogs.
Social media. I've been into. It's not even on social media. They'll be dirty dog you right in your face. I mean, I have walked into restaurants with a beautiful woman and turned around to get a drink, and everybody sees me walk in. As soon as I turn around to go get a drink for 30 seconds, 10 men, boom, beeline up to her. Can I get your number? Who you with? What? They couldn't care. I could have been the person. I could have been the woman's husband. They don't care.
They don't care.
Nobody cares. They're dirty dogs, these men.
That's true.
Dirty dogs.
Not a lot of us good guys anymore.
No, that's why men get jealous. That's why women get men jealous and they freak out, right?
They know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing too.
No Nesquik to battle us.
There's no Nesquik here. This is like the man show today. Brad and Yo-Yo's man show.
Where's my beer?
We should have.
Where you at?
We should have Brad and Yo-Yo's man show. All right. Let's see. All right. Last one. By the way, Julia gave me 8 cards with nothing on it.
Oh, that's great. Make it up
as I go along. All right, so last one. All right. By the way, we have an update from a previous Hump Day story, Yo-Yo. We got to update some of our stories. Do you remember the bodybuilder from Kazakhstan, Yuri Tolocho? He had a girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
He was dating a sex doll.
That doll.
Right?
Yeah.
And he dated this sex doll, Yuri Tolochko, for 8 months. before he proposed to her. Remember last year we talked to, if you know, for the long-term viewers of Bradshaw Live, we talked about this. Yuri proposed to his sex doll a year ago. So and we even discussed this couple in January when Tolochko announced that he brought his girlfriend Margot cosmetic surgery. Let's watch for a second. After 8 months of dating, this bodybuilder in Kazakhstan, he's an actor and bodybuilder, Yuri Tolochko, and he's telling the world he recently brought his girlfriend Margot cosmetic surgery and then proposed to her, except Margot is a doll. This is so bizarre. I don't know if this guy deserves to be in Hump Day or just like put in an insane asylum. Tolcheko treats his plastic bride to be like a living lady, maintaining an Instagram account for her where he documents their escapades and evenings out. He even claims to have found Margot a waitressing position at a local bar. Quite the feat, considering she can't move.
Or talk, or move.
So meanwhile, guess what happened now? We have an update.
Confused.
All right, Yuri has married Margot the doll now.
Oh, God.
In front of guests who attended. Can you imagine people actually came to this wedding? People came to this wedding. Invited guests to the wedding. In a very traditional, it was a very traditional ceremony, and he shared it all on Instagram. It happened to be continued, he wrote. He's an actor, a bodybuilder. He even slipped a ring on his bride's finger. Now, this unconventional couple, they got engaged, as we said, back in 2019, but now he has popped the question. In one post, you see them, they're working out together. He wrote, couples need to talk less and connect more. With time and experience, Margaret and I realize that it takes more than words to have a conversation. He's working out with a blow-up doll. I mean, it's got to be a joke, right? This can't be a joke. This can't be serious. This can't be serious.
It can't be serious.
Yeah.
They say he's an actor. You know, these actors these days, they'll do anything to get social media presence. You know, like this right here kind of sounds, it just looks like a cry of just attention. And he's getting the attention. I'm sure he's getting a lot of opportunities from this. There's no way. If this is real, that's wild. That is wild.
Now, our crack crew over here, they looked up the wedding laws of Kazakhstan to see even if this would be considered a real wedding.
Yeah.
Apparently in Kazakhstan, as long as everybody's consenting and the male and female are over 18, you can get married. There's no mention of whether they have to be alive or could be a blow-up doll. So apparently, could be legal in Kazakhstan.
But that doll isn't 18 years old. That doll was probably just made like 2 years ago.
Good point, Lawyer Yo-Yo. Good point, Lawyer Yo-Yo. I don't think that's an 18-year-old doll.
I don't either.
Right, that could be a void marriage. It could be statutory rape. Wait, you think about it. All right, as Carol Anderson, the tiger, says, this man is insane. All right, with that, Yo-Yo, what? No. Where are we? We got to get to our immigration questions. That's the end of Hump Day. 7. As I said later in the show, our top fan, Jessica Halimi Joel, and show crew member Jay Rhymes are going to compete in a game we like to call How Do You Say It? Now, I can't wait to see who wins. It's going to be crew member versus squad member. But meanwhile, in today's Braducation, I answer the question, how long after I get married can I file for my spouse? You can file for your spouse the next day, and you should. People think that they should wait because somehow it's going to make it look like it's more of a real marriage. Quite frankly, if you're in a real marriage, it's going to be real if you file the day after you get married, and it's going to be real if you file 6 months after you get married, and it's going to be real if you file 1 year after you get married. So you might as well file right after you get married. If, on the other hand, it is something other than a real marriage, whether you wait 1 day to file, 6 months to file, or a year to file, I can almost assure you, you will not get through. The Immigration Service will figure it out, so you're only hurting yourself and fooling yourself. Quite frankly, don't outsmart anybody. Don't try to outsmart yourself. If you're married and you want a green card, get married, file right. All right, let's do something we like to call social, not social. Something we like to call, you got a question, I got an answer. in getting questions to Uncle Brad and giving answers out. And of course, I get tongue-tied every so often too. Let's go to Sarub in Cleveland, Ohio. Sarub.
Hello, Brad.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how you doing, buddy?
Good, what's going on?
I got a couple of questions for you.
Yeah.
The first one is I filed VAWA in April 2018.
Right.
And I got the RFE request, and I did respond to RFE in January. So it's been 11 months now, and still no answer. What do you think?
What was the RFE for?
What is it?
What was the RFE for? What were they asking for?
RFE for us, I just filed the VAWA without any evidence, so
Okay.
RFE was for all the
All right,
evidence.
so when you filed it in 2018, you got the RFE when?
RFE in November of 2019, and I responded to it in January.
Did you file an adjustment with it?
Yes, sir, I did.
All right. Personally, I think since you absolutely gave nothing, they're going to put it to the back of the pile, and it'll probably take 2 years to review it. So maybe I'd give it to the end of this. Give it another 8, 9, 10 months.
Okay.
All right, hang in there.
And then the second question that I got for you, and if my VAWA is approved, I do have a withholding of removal granted in asylum case in 2005. So do I have to file the motion?
Yes.
I guess I do, right?
Yes.
And then the judge will put me in a calendar, or they will close it right away?
And by the way, yes, you have to make a motion to reopen. And by the way, there's another reason why it's taking so long, because they got to request your files from the immigration judge, because they got to put all your files together before they make a decision.
So they're going to close it on my behalf, or they want me to close it?
They're not going to do anything on your behalf. They're requesting the files from the immigration judge, which takes time to move from one agency to the other. That's also another reason why you haven't heard yet.
And the immigration judge, does it take a long time? He's going to put me in a calendar?
There's no guarantee that the judge reopens your case. You would have to have a joint motion with the trial attorneys to reopen the case. There's no guarantee they do it.
Okay.
All right, but
already, thank you, Brad.
After you get approved, hopefully you do, give me a call for the motion to reopen. All right.
Already, I will. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go to Tanisha in Dallas. Tanisha. Hi, Tanisha.
Hi, Brad.
How you doing?
I am doing great. Caught up, by the way.
I'm sorry? Tanisha? Tanisha?
Hello?
You with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
How can I help you today?
Brad, I have a question. My husband is a green card holder. I am from Jamaica, by the way. We already filed our I-130 petition, which I'm just waiting on an interview because it was hindered by the proclamation. My problem is, I don't know if it's a problem, but I'm here in the U.S. visiting him from Jamaica, and I have up until I'm on a B2, by the way, visiting visa. I'm visiting from Jamaica, and I'm in Dallas, Texas now, and I have until February the 5th to leave the country. However,
when did you come? When did you come?
I came in August.
Okay, and do you know what your priority date is?
My priority date was from January to 2018, but I'm just waiting on it.
Your priority date's not. If your priority date's January 2018, you're not current yet.
Oh no, that's not my question, to be honest. I already called them and they said I'm just waiting on the interview date because I was affected.
You're not waiting on an interview date. You're waiting on just a priority date to become current. You got to do biographic data forms, affidavits of support, and everything else. You have years and years of waiting.
We did all that.
You just told me your priority date's 2018. You didn't do that. Then your priority date's wrong. You're not giving me the right priority date. When was the date that the I-130 visa petition was filed for you?
It was filed in 2018, I think. It was filed on the 26th of January 2018.
No, if you're an unmarried child over the age of 21.
No, I'm not a child.
You're an adult, unmarried son or daughter over the age of 21 of a lawful permanent resident.
Yeah.
You have 3+ years of waiting, And then you have a lot of processing to do. Affidavits of support, biographic data forms, police clearances. You're mistaken if you just think I'm waiting on a visa appointment. You are way off.
All right. We did everything already, Brad. We literally did.
You couldn't have. Then your priority date is wrong. Call back, Tanisha. Then your priority date is wrong. There was no way that you processed through the National Visa Center, did everything. They transferred the file all the way to Jamaica with a 2018 priority date. They were only processing 2015 cases. Because I was about to say to you, and I hope you're listening, I was about to say to you that if your priority date is current, you should adjust your status here. That's what I was about to say to you. Let's see if we can get her back on the phone. Hopefully we can. Jay in St. Louis. Jay.
Yes, Brad. Good evening.
How are you?
Not too bad. I'm calling because I currently have a deferred prosecution against me, but I would like to travel out of the country. Is that a good idea?
What do you have against you?
A deferred prosecution.
A deferred prosecution? As long as a deferred prosecution means they drop the charges, so you have no criminal record, you can travel.
Right. It's like it was like a contract where it says I shouldn't get in trouble until no trouble at all, and then the contract will be up next year.
Then that's fine. Don't get into trouble. You can still travel. You don't have a conviction.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I was just worried that immigration might use that.
No, just don't get into trouble. That's all. Bring the papers. Show there's no prosecution. It doesn't matter.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Yeah.
Let's go to Charlie in Clifton, New Jersey. Charlie.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hi, good, Uncle Brad.
What's going on?
I just want to know how does the new I-45 internal policies affect the VAWA interview? Because I've heard recently that there are some factors with it, like if you don't pay enough taxes, you're in or out of status, or if you overstay your visa can affect the interview. So just want you to shed some light.
Well, for VAWA, there's no poverty guidelines for VAWA, so affidavits of support and paying taxes, that has nothing to do
And
with that.
the new stuff that Trump brought out, like if you're overstayed.
If you overstayed your time and you were an abused spouse of an American citizen, you're allowed to adjust your status. That has nothing to do with whatever Trump may do against others. But if you're referring to VAWA, overstaying your time is not a reason to deny you. Having poverty guidelines, being a public charge with taxes is not a reason to deny you.
Yeah, I have an interview, reschedule my interview because I was sick, so I'm just waiting for the other interview. But prior to the interview, I'm gonna stop by. I'm gonna call you.
Okay. All right, hold on. Let's go to Francois in New York. Francois.
Hello, Brad.
Hi.
Hello. Good evening. Good.
Good evening.
I got a couple of questions. Yes. My I-485 was approved, and my interview it's in 2 weeks. But my I-130 was not approved yet. Is this normal?
Your I-45 was approved, but the I-130 wasn't?
No.
That's not normal. You usually get the I-130 approved and then the I-45. So if your I-45 was approved, I assume your I-130 was approved. You just never got the notice yet.
Okay, and I got the interview in 15 days.
You have an interview in 15. You haven't had your interview yet for the I-45?
No, not yet.
All right, so then you had somebody sent you in error an approval notice for an I-45. That's probably what happened. Then.
I'm sorry. It was not approved. It was just scheduled. Yeah.
All right, let's start the question again. You have an I-45 and an I-130 pending. You got scheduled for the I-45 interview?
Exactly.
Yes, you will get approved for the I-45 and the I-130 at that interview. That is absolutely normal.
Great. And I have another question. I came in the US in 2016 with F1 visa. At the last time, hello?
I'm listening to you.
Oh, say yes. The last time I traveled, it was in August. I came back in the country in August 2019, and I got married with my wife in October 10. Should I be worried about the 90 days rules?
Yes, because you got married within the 90 days. So you have an interview coming up. You should have a very good lawyer with you because they may, depending on how you answer the questions, will depend on whether you need a waiver for misrepresentation.
Okay.
All right, so hold on. Yes, you got to worry.
Even though
Even
Sorry,
even though nothing. Yeah, you got to worry. You got married in the first 90 days.
But even though I've been coming back and forth with the country and studying since 2016?
That has nothing to do with the price of beans in China. What it has to do with is, what was your intent when you came into the airport? If your intent was when you came into the airport that you knew in the back of your mind that you were getting married, then that's misrepresentation, because you had the intent to remain permanently in the United States on a non-immigrant temporary student visa. If when you came into the airport you had the intent to temporarily stay in America and go to school, and something happened after you entered America, some issue happened, okay, and that happened after you came to America, that caused you to change your intent, then you didn't do anything wrong, because you never lied at the airport. It's all based on your testimony. So that's why I said maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I don't know. Okay?
And the last question, thank you. Last question is, I have a lot of proof of financial proof with my wife, but I'm just not on the same list because at the time I did not have Social Security, so I couldn't.
There's no one document that says, "Oh my God, if you don't have a lease together, you're gonna fail." It's it's like when you make a soup. They put all the documents in. They make the soup. They turn all the documents around. It's like a soup, and they say, "Yeah, looks pretty good, tastes pretty good." You understand? So there's no one document that like, "Oh my God, I don't have it. It's the end of the world." Okay.
Okay.
All right. Hold on if you need help. Let's go to Hassan in the Bronx. Hassan.
Yeah, hi, Bride.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Bride, I called you yesterday and then I asked you a question about USCIS sent me a letter having a doubt on my divorce degree, and then I went to Ghana consulate and then they verified in Ghana and gave me a letter to present.
Bravo. I remember.
Yes, so yes, it was a two question, because the second question they put in the letter was, they said, my divorced wife is still using my last name. Why is it so? They send me the letter.
You're allowed to do that. Just because she's using your last name, her last name, doesn't mean your marriage wasn't terminated. That's perfectly fine.
Sorry?
Just because your ex-wife is using your last name doesn't mean your marriage wasn't terminated. Whether she uses your last name, her maiden name, has no effect on the termination of the marriage. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, so that is what they said. They said they found out that...
You're fine.
Okay. Thank you.
You're fine. She can do whatever she wants. That has no effect on whether your marriage was terminated or not.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
She can go by the artist formerly known as Prince. That can be her name. Whatever name she uses has no effect on you. You can't control what name she uses.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay. Thank you.
Let's go to Esther in Woodbridge, New Jersey. Esther.
Yeah, he is.
Uncle Brad, hi.
Good. How you doing?
Good. I have two questions.
Yes.
The first one now, the Affordable Care Act and Obamacare, are they public charges?
No, it's not a plus, it's not a minus, it's a neutral.
So if I get it, it's okay, even though I'm waiting for my green card interview.
It's a neutral. It doesn't help your case. So in other words, when the government says we want to show that you're going to be able to pay for your health care and you're not going to become a public charge and you're filling out the I-944, if you're on the Obamacare exchange, it's not going to help your case. But it's not going to hurt your case either. You can't just say, oh, well, I have health care, so I'm good.
Okay,
so it's neutral. It's neutral. It doesn't hurt.
It's neutral.
Neutral.
So it's safe to get it.
You get it, so you have health care, but it's not going to affect your immigration case one way or the other. It doesn't help, it doesn't hurt.
Okay, that's cool. Then two, okay, let me put it this way. I put in for adjustment of status in October last year.
Right.
Through marriage. I got my social security and work permit. Then I have a master hearing in March 2021. My driver's license and work authorization will expire in February 2021. I already applied for renewal of work authorization and they've acknowledged it. As in, they sent back the letters acknowledging, and I'm waiting for that. But for the driver's license, I booked for an appointment for renewal, and they said when I'm coming, because I have to appear, I need to come with like an evidence from immigration to show that I'm going to be staying, I'm legalized to stay beyond.
Yeah, that's the extension notice.
Huh?
So your extension notice gives you an extra 180 days while you're
So I
waiting.
can go with that.
Yes.
Oh, that's sufficient.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Therefore, sorry, for master hearing, that master hearing will be done before they call me for a green card interview.
You're in removal?
Yes.
You have to go for your adjustment through the judge.
Yeah, and maybe that's what I mean. What I mean is, they've given us a date for a master hearing in March.
Right, and then you're going to ask the judge to adjust your status.
Okay, the lawyer will.
Yes,
anyway,
the lawyer's going to speak up for you, hopefully.
Yeah, so they can do that there.
Yes, but it's not going to be on that day.
But they will still invite us for an interview, right?
For a final hearing, it's going to be called, because you're doing it all before the judge. There's no interview.
No, what I'm saying is, I guess they're going to invite us for the normal interview they do. After that, if we ask for that adjustment.
You have to wait. There's two interviews. You're going to get an interview with USCIS to approve the I-130, to prove that you're in a bona fide marriage, and then you're going to go before a judge for a hearing to approve the adjustment. It's just going to be two separate things.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
2 steps. But that should take place. The first interview with USCIS will take place after that master hearing, or they can still call us before it.
The interview may happen before. The judge cannot adjust your status till you get the interview at USCIS.
No, I mean the interview with USCIS can still happen before that hearing.
Of course, it could happen whenever.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you. That's clear now.
All right. I don't know if we were talking about the same thing, but I hope we were. Moses in Boston, Massachusetts. Moses.
Hello, Brad. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Please, actually, I got married somewhere in April 2019. Yeah, when we got married, my wife was corporate here and there, but it got to a later stage. I saw a record, but I mean, her lifestyle was not static. It kept on changing, so we filed. I filed I-130, I-15.
Okay. All right. So you got married. You filed an adjustment. What's the question?
PDE and everything.
What's your
so
question?
they gave us an interview.
Ask me, what is your question?
So the question now is that she got into prison, and I requested for change of the date. So they gave me date. She came out, she was not cooperating, and so I filed for VAWA.
Okay.
Because of the way she was behaving.
Okay.
Okay, so I filed a VAWA, and
I still
got
haven't heard a question yet. What is your question? You're giving me an encyclopedia.
Okay, my question is I do the I-485, I-18485. So, and they denied the I-130 because she left from here to Boston. So now my question is, what is the meaning when I-130 is denied and I-1485 is withdrawn?
All right. So if they would, you have to file. If you have a VAWA pending now.
Yes, I got RFE. I responded to RFE.
All right. So we got to respond to the RFE and simultaneously file a new I-45 with the VAWA.
Okay, so I shouldn't worry about the denial of...
No, because she withdrew it. It just costs you an extra filing fee. File a new I-45 and submit a proof that you have the VAWA pending with the I-45. You're fine.
So can I extend the EAT when it's expired in March?
Once you file the new I-45, the answer is yes.
Okay, but no, I can't renew it now.
You could file an I-485 tomorrow. There's nothing with the VAWA. There's nothing stopping you. File it tomorrow. With that I-485, you can file a work permit.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Great.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's go to Josephine in Killian, Texas. Josephine.
Hello. Good evening,
Hi,
Brad.
Josephine. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. 3 questions for you here.
Yes.
My son is at work, but I call on his behalf. He married to a citizen here in America.
Right.
And before it was like 2 years, it was a year and a half. They got divorced because it didn't work out between them.
Right.
So we put in for to take the petition off the 2 years green card.
Right.
and then he got a 18 months extension.
Right.
And yeah, they asked for some more paperwork. Whatever we have, we sent it in. It wasn't much because they weren't together long. But afterwards, they said they didn't need anything else, so we were here waiting. And then a week and a half ago, he got a letter that he's to appear before the judge, but he haven't get that date to go before the judge as yet. Do you think we need a lawyer for that?
Oh yeah, you just gave me a mouthful, and you could have said this in 2 sentences. My son didn't live with the woman very long. As a result, they didn't have a lot of documents. Therefore, his I-751 was denied because you couldn't prove it was a real marriage. They're now putting him in deportation. When they say go see a judge, they're deporting you. They want him out of the country. So you need a lawyer to go into court and say, despite the fact we don't have a loose leaf or a box full of documents to prove it was a real marriage, we can prove it's a real marriage based on the testimony of the husband and other people who know about this. So we're going to need people to come up on the stand and testify it was a real marriage. You need a lawyer.
Oh, okay.
All right, hold on one second. Let's go to Stacy in Washington, D.C. Stacy.
Hi, Brad.
Hi, how are you?
I had a question. If my mom, she got her visa taken away 21 years ago.
Why?
Because she was working illegally.
Mm-hmm.
Can I file for her?
No, you can't, because she still needs a waiver, believe it or not, for misrepresentation. And you can't get a waiver from, even if it was 30 years ago, you can't get a waiver for misrepresentation through a son or daughter who's a U.S. citizen filing for mom. You can only get a waiver for misrepresentation based on marriage to a spouse or through a parent that's legal.
So we cannot ever file for her?
You can never ever file for her. She needs to be married or have a parent or your grandparent be legal.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. Let's go to Alex in Los Angeles. Alex.
Hi, Uncle Brad. How are you? Good. Thanks for asking. My question is 2 questions. Number one is, when my parents arrived in this country, they filed for asylum, and then after a while, the attorney advised us to go ahead and file for prosecutorial discretion and close the case. So, technically not close the case, but take it off the
I understand.
calendar.
The reason the attorney did that was the attorney was concerned that your parents were most likely going to lose their asylum case and get deported.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And then after that, we just filed it. So basically, we only get work permit every 2 years, and we just get to renew it. Is there any way that I can work myself towards the green card, or
figure out a way to be eligible for a green card? I don't know, bona fide marriage. I don't know. We would have to sit down. Your question is, I'm out of status. How do I get a green card? Or I'm here in some status that's not a green card. You're not out of status, literally. How do I get a green card? I don't have the answer. It's not like there's a form that says, oh yeah, for people in this situation, fill out form 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have to sit down with you and have a consultation and figure out your whole life. So hold on if you want to do that, all right? Let's go to Tiger in Los Angeles. Tiger.
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. What's going on?
Okay, I have just 2 questions, maybe probably it's the one question. That I came in this country 20 years ago with my wife, and we're originally from Ukraine.
Okay.
And we applied for the asylum, and the case was denied by the judge, and then the case moved to the BIA, and the BIA denied too. And a couple years ago, my son filed for me and for my wife I-130 petition, and basically we are not married with my wife yet, but we both get the I-130 approved. My wife then goes through the BIA, and the BIA reopens my wife's case and granted the adjustment status.
Great.
My question is that this case is applied me too, or I have to do it, reopen the case myself?
You have to reopen the case yourself independently. Because right now, for 20 years, you've been living in the United States with an order of deportation. You're just lucky nobody came and knocked on your door to pick you up and send you back to Ukraine.
All right. And should I go with the immigration council, or should I go through the BIA, or should
You need
to reopen the case?
You need to. I don't know what your situation is, but generally, based on what you told me, you would most likely be filing a joint motion to reopen. But I would have to take a look at your records to be 100% certain. And obviously, you need an attorney to do that.
All right. Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right. Let's go to Miss Moji's in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Is it Moji's or Boji's?
Mogus. Moges.
Mogus.
Yes.
Mogus.
Yes.
Okay. We have you up as bogus, but it's Mogus. What can I do for you, Miss Mogus?
Okay, I have a question. I'm married to a U.S. citizen, and I have 2 kids.
Yes.
And then I already had,
Where are you from?
I wanted it approved.
Where are you from?
I'm sorry?
Where are you originally from?
From Africa, Ethiopia.
Okay, and how did you come to America?
V2 visa,
Okay.
visiting.
So, all right, so great. All right, so you're married, and what happened now?
And then, I have 2 kids, and then we filled adjustment of status, I-485. And then I already had interview January 24, 2018, but it's still no decision yet.
Really?
I have, is it normal? That's my question.
No, it's not normal. What's going on with you and your husband? Everything good?
Yeah, everything good. We have 2 kids.
Oh, you have 2 kids together?
Yes.
Oh, I thought he filed for 2 additional kids. Yeah, you should have a green card. Do you have any criminal record in your background? Do you have any skeletons in your background? Did you ever lie or do something wrong in your life?
No, never.
Okay. So then what you need to do, and this is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania?
Yes.
Okay. They forgot about you. You have an easy open and shut case. You have 2 children with your husband. Obviously, it's a real marriage. So what you need to do is I would threaten a mandamus. It's called the pre-litigation mandamus. You put a mandamus together, you threaten, you say, I'm taking you to court. You violated my rights. I have 2 kids with this man. It's obviously a real marriage. And you're sitting on my rights for 2.5 years, 3 years maybe now. All right? And you do what's called the I do this all the time. We just did it last week for somebody. Between the time I filed the pre-litigation mandamus to the time they got their green card in their hand was 14 days. The government is terrified of these things. All right, that's what you need to do. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Let's go to Eric in the Bronx. Eric.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm fine. You too?
What's going on?
Yeah. Please, I have a VAWA case, and I applied for parole. Can I be able to travel a day because I lost my dad?
Well, my condolences. Do you have an adjustment pending?
Yes, VAWA case.
I know, but do you have an adjustment application pending? Do you have a work permit?
Yeah, I have a work permit
The
already.
work permit says C9? It says section
No,
C9.
I came in with...
Eric, answer my question. Because I think the words are coming in one ear and out the other. You're not listening to what I'm saying. So listen. You have a VAWA pending. I asked if you have an adjustment. You go, yeah. I go, I don't even know if you know what I'm talking about. So now I'm going to ask you another question to confirm in my head that you have an adjustment pending. So I said, do you have a work permit? Do you have an employment authorization document? Is the answer yes?
Yes.
Yes. Where are you from, Eric?
I'm from Ghana.
Okay. And on your work, do you have your work permit in front of you?
Yeah, I have it.
You have, okay. Take a look at it. One of the items on your work permit says section C9 or it says section C31.
C09.
C09. Okay. So because it says C09, now I know 100% you have an adjustment pending. So the answer is yes. Go take your advance parole. Go bury your dad. My condolences to you. Don't stay out for more than 4 weeks.
Okay, thank you. God bless you.
Okay. All right. By the way, if you didn't get your immigration questions answered, you could always follow me on @RealBradBernstein on Instagram. If you follow me at @RealBradBernstein on Instagram, you could drop me a DM. I will try to answer your immigration questions to the best of my ability. In addition, you could always follow us at Bradshaw Live. If you follow us at Bradshaw Live, you can't handle 2 hours of Brad and Yo-Yo and Hump Day. Maybe it's just too much for you guys to handle. But maybe you can handle about 90 seconds of condensed Bradshaw Live. Bradshaw Live Instagram is the way to go. And Yo-Yo, what do you got?
Yeah, you guys can follow me at Jonathan Elliott TV on all social media platforms. And I already got some of y'all hit me up from on IG checking out my neighbor's story.
And in today's Attorney Close-Up, Spar and Bernstein partner and personal injury attorney David Levy explains an important fact about New York State pedestrian accident laws. Let's watch.
The way the law works in New York is a pedestrian, if they're crossing in a marked crosswalk, and as long as they look both ways before they cross, the fact that they're walking in a marked crosswalk means automatically, as a matter of law, that any vehicle making a turn has to stop and yield the right of way to the pedestrian. A pedestrian in a crosswalk who looked both ways before crossing has the right of way, and any vehicle has to stop and permit that pedestrian to continue crossing. As a pedestrian, as long as they look both ways before crossing, or if it's a one-way street, if the pedestrian looks in the way that the traffic is coming from and they're in the middle of the road, then it doesn't matter whether the vehicle saw the pedestrian, it doesn't matter if it's dark out, it doesn't matter any of those things. If the pedestrian does what the pedestrian is required to do, then legally they're in the right and the car will be blamed for the accident.
Well, social media check-in. What do we got, Yo-Yo?
Hey, Kristenton on Instagram. Do you need to have an I-601 waiver if you're divorcing and filing the I-75?
I don't know what an I-75 is. I-751. I think she's talking about the I-751. To remove the conditions of your permanent residence. If you're no longer with your spouse, you can file an I-751 waiver based on abuse or based on a bona fide marriage that got terminated as a result of a divorce or death of your spouse. Those are the two. There's a third way to show there's like some severe humanitarian reason why you need to stay, despite the fact that you're not divorced. There was no abuse, but you can still prove it was a real marriage. Either way, you got to prove it's a real marriage. It's either it's a real marriage and there's some humanitarian reason why I need to stay. It was a real marriage and there was abuse, or it was a real marriage and I'm divorced. The easiest way is divorce because there's no discretion in divorce. You're divorced. Here is the divorce. It's very easy to prove. Humanitarian and abuse, there's discretion by an immigration officer. Well, was there abuse? Was there not abuse? Is there humanitarian reasons? Is there no humanitarian reasons? But a divorce, there's no discretion. You're divorced, you're divorced. End of story.
King Boomy on Instagram. I am a U.S. citizen. My wife is from the Caribbean. She was married to a Canadian citizen, but was a victim of infidelity and got divorced. Her case was denied. Should I be worried if I petition for her due to her previous situation?
Yes, because they may consider that the first marriage was a fraud, and then that's going to carry on to this case and the next case and bar her forever. So she still has to prove the first marriage was real and your marriage was real.
Janice Tatum on Instagram. I'm a Jamaican with a U.S. visitor visa, but it was canceled in Florida due to a long visit. They said I'm banned for 5 years. My fiance is a U.S. citizen. Can he petition for me?
Yes, but you need a waiver.
Okay, Oluwa Adeyinka on YouTube. I have a 2-year green card. My wife once punched me, and I have a video and photo evidence of that abuse. Can I divorce her?
Yes. Why would you want to get punched by your wife? Unless you guys made up and you forgive her. I mean, sometimes forgiveness, people forgive.
Okay, Mitzi McFarlane on Facebook. I applied for a J-1 visa waiver on no objection basis. The status of the waiver application on the Department of State's website reads, favorable recommendation. What does this mean?
It means that the country, when you apply for the no objection letter, you first got to go to your home country to get permission that they say they don't object to you returning home. And then it goes to the State Department, who makes the final decision to rubber stamp it or not. So what it means is that your home country, wherever you're originally from, has already said they don't care whether you come or not. Now we're just waiting on the State Department.
Moya Douglas on Facebook. How long after getting documentarily qualified will you get an interview?
Documentarily qualified for what? I guess an adjustment interview based on a marriage. It's going to take over a year these days. Ike
Chukwu Jeremiah on Facebook. I submitted my I-485 to a Dallas Dropbox by FedEx November 5th. I still have no receipt yet or e-notification. Why the delay?
COVID, FedEx, mailroom guy. You're asking me why something didn't get delivered. I mean, I'm good, but I'm not that good.
Yeah. Okay, Tui Den, Facebook. My EAD is expired and we didn't apply for the renewal. It's out of status even though I have a pending I-485. I'm still waiting for the letter for the interview. That was filed November 9th, 2019. Is this normal?
What was filed 2019? They're waiting for an adjustment interview from 2019? Generally, no, but, you know, in these days, immigration is saying 12 to 36 months for an adjustment interview. But if you're waiting over 12 months for an interview, you're in pre-litigation mandamus or mandamus territory at that point.
Candy Latoya on Facebook. I'm an unmarried daughter of a U.S. citizen. I received approval from USCIS, my case number from the Visa Center, and I'm waiting on a priority date. I'm here unlawfully, and my visa expires in 2026. Is there a way to adjust my status and get a visa interview here or get a waiver to leave back and come back?
You would need to do a provisional waiver to go home and come back at some point in the future unless you're grandfathered under 245I, which means that you or your parents, and you were under 21, you were a derivative on your parents' case, under 21, that was filed before January 14th, 1998.
Kane Lakeisha on Facebook. My wife and I have been married for 2 years and 11 months now, but we are having marital problems. My wife is refusing to sign the I-751 together, and we're still married. My conditional green card will expire February 2021. Can I file the I-751 without my wife?
If you start a divorce, I would start a divorce immediately. If she doesn't want to help you, your marriage is over. All right? Because basically what she's saying is, I want you deported. So when she refuses to sign something, she's saying, I want you deported. So at that point, to me, all bets are off. You got to look out for yourself. So start a divorce, and then you can file on your own.
Jane Cerente on Facebook. Would errors on DS-260 for B1, B2 later affect someone at an immigration visa interview? Say you already have the visitor's visa and have traveled severally on it. Does the mistake still count for an immigration visa?
It depends what the mistake is. If it was material misrepresentation, yes. Otherwise, no. Material misrepresentation means there is some evidence or you wrote something on a form that materially either led an officer to make a decision positively or negatively. So it depends on what was the error. In immigration parlance, it's misrepresentation. Whether or not it was material misrepresentation will determine whether or not you have a problem.
Sam on Instagram. I have received my prima facie. How do you say that?
Prima facie.
Is it prima facie?
Prima facie.
Prima facie. Okay, I've received my prima facie for my VAWA application. Although it reads that it's an extension for 180 days, I never received one previously. What are the benefits I can get? Where can I get all the information?
Government assistance. Any federal government assistance, not state or city or local. Federal government assistance.
Tommy Campbell on YouTube. Can I file an I-485 with the I-360 if my spouse is a green card holder but lost his citizenship because of a domestic violence incident?
Didn't lose his citizenship. Maybe he got deported. Was he a green card holder when the abuse happened, when he filed for you? Or is he in deportation now? I'm not sure what you mean you didn't lose his citizenship, but because you don't go from citizen back to green card. But the answer is yes, you can file right now because priority dates for people married to permanent residents are legal, are current.
Matiabo on YouTube. I'm a U.S. citizen, but my husband is a green card holder. We would like to adopt his niece who has been abandoned by her dad and is neglected by her mother. What can we do?
Where's the niece? Is she here?
Doesn't say.
Okay, it sounds like the niece is an orphan, so if she's in another country, you can do an orphan petition. As long as she's under 16, it would be your spouse doing it because he's the U.S. citizen. If she's here, the easiest thing to do is what's called a special immigrant juvenile, get legal guardianship, prove that it's not in the child's best interest to be reunited with the parents, and then she can adjust her status on her own. And then afterwards, after she gets a green card, if you choose to want to adopt her and be her parents, you can do that, but that would be the fastest way to get her legal status.
Saber Khan on YouTube. My mother filed an is it I-30 or I-130?
I-130.
That's what I thought. Yes. Okay, so it's an I-130 for me. USCIS approved me after my mother died. My sister is a U.S. citizen, and she is supporting me. We sent a letter to USCIS. Can I be approved by USCIS? My sister sent an affidavit and all the documents. And how long will USCIS respond to my sister? Will I be approved?
Only if you were in the United States would you be able to complete the case. Because if you're in the United States when your mom passed, you can take advantage of Section 204L. If you are outside of the United States, then you would need to do a humanitarian waiver to have your sister jump into the shoes of your deceased mom, but you would need an approved visa petition. So then your mom would have had to have passed after the visa petition was approved, and then in this particular fact pattern, she passed before. That would be the end of the case for you. So it depends where you were or are when your mom passed.
Okay, Jazz Winder on YouTube. Is somebody able to send a sponsorship, the I-134, to his friend to visit the U.S. now?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. It depends where your friend is. Some areas are proclamated out and others aren't. I just made up a new word, proclamated. I don't think proclamated is a real word, but everyone gets what I'm saying.
There you go.
Yeah.
Leonard Titus on YouTube. I had my interview and it went well, but I made a mistake with my spouse's place of birth. After the interview, I was given a white paper which states case is held for review. Is this a bad sign?
It is. It sounds like you're going to get a Stokes interview. You don't know where your wife was born, you're going to get stoked. Those are basic things you should know.
Okay, Yari Molina on YouTube. After becoming a citizen, how long will it be okay to get a divorce? My husband recently became a citizen, but I would like to divorce him. Would that affect him in any way?
No.
Okay, Julie Hinson on YouTube. We are about to file for adjustment of status. Can I attach the NVC letter and copy of approved I-129F and the letter from the U.S. Embassy for supporting evidence instead of the approved I-797 notice of action letter? My husband didn't receive the approval notice from USCIS.
Well, you have a visa in his passport. It sounds like he came on a K-1. So as long as you have the visa in his passport, you can submit the K-1 visa. That's all you need to submit a copy of the passport.
Millie Job on YouTube. I was 17 years old when my dad became a U.S. citizen. Am I automatically a U.S. citizen? And can I apply for a U.S. passport citizenship certificate?
He was 21?
I was 17 years old when my dad became a U.S. citizen.
I don't know how old you are. So I need to know your age because the citizenship laws changed in 2001. So I need to know more, and then I have to figure out old laws or new laws. Last question.
Heavy Boxer on YouTube. I'm waiting for my case to be approved for I-485 pending. My work permit expired last week. To renew my work permit, do I need to pay for renewing my work permit and biometric?
No, you shouldn't have to if you have a pending adjustment. All right, yo.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to this. It's the first time we did this. Crew versus squad. Squad versus crew. Who's going to win? We have a very special game played between Brad Show Live top fan, Squatty, Jessica Leamy Joel, and Brad Show Live crew member, Jay Rhymes, emceed by our very own Yo-Yo. Jessica Levy and Jay Rhymes battled it out in a game we like to call How Do You Say It? Let's see how they did.
What's up, Brad Squad? Jonathan Ellis here, and today we are playing a very special game with one of Bradshaw Live's top fans, Jessica Levy. Woo! Yes, also known as Joelle Ann. How you doing, baby?
I'm fine, Jonathan. How are you?
I'm amazing. It's an honor to have you here.
Same here.
All right, and we also have the show's very own staff member, Jay Rhymes, also known as Jeremy. What's up, bro?
Hey, Jonathan. I can't complain, but I'm ready for this game.
Ooh! Jessica Levy, he's already coming with the rhymes.
Down,
it's the battle. It's the battle. It's the battle of the Jays. Oh my gosh. So now, Jessica Levy, you yourself requested this game, and this game is going to be about how similar English words and terms are used and pronounced around the world. So we're calling it, How Do You Say It?
How do you say it?
Are you guys ready to go head to head? Jay versus Jay. Let's
bring it on.
So now, Jessica Levy has not seen any of the questions ahead of time, and Jay Rhymes, you get no special treatment just because you work with Bradshaw Live. Now, can you guys confirm, both of y'all have not seen any questions, right?
No.
No cheating. No cheating here. So now, each of you guys have a pen and paper, correct?
Correct.
Nice. So you're both going to write down your answer. I'm going to ask you guys to throw up your answers, all right, at the same time. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Awesome. And Brad Squad, you already know, we want you to play too. This is for everybody. Let's play. How do you say it? Woo! Woo! All right, first question. H2O. It's very important. So you better know how to pronounce it depending on what country you're in. Now, where in the world would you be if you asked for water? Would you be in A, England, B, US, C, Australia, or D, Scotland?
Probably writing this down.
Are we ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Jessica Levy for the win. First point, Jay Rhymes. Oh no!
I thought I was gonna be a hero, but I guess I'm a zero.
Oh no, not yet, not yet. Listen, we're just at the beginning of the game, all right? So now in England, you would say water or water. In the US, of course, water. Australia, you would say water. So it's water. And Scotland, you say water. There you go.
And in Jamaica, you say water.
And in my house, we say water.
Water. Look at that. Depending on where you at. Now, if you're out and about and need to use a public restroom, you would ask to use the washroom if you were in which country? Is it A, the US, B, UK, C, Australia, or D, Canada?
Can I ask the audience?
You cannot.
I need a lifeline.
No lifelines. All right, are we ready? Ready. 1, 2, 3. 1 for Jay Rhymes.
Oh!
0. Yes, it is in Canada. You got it, Jay Rhymes. So in the US, what do we call the restroom? Restroom or bathroom. In the UK, it's either toilet or loo.
Yeah.
Australia, it is the bathroom as well, but Canada, it is the washroom. So congratulations, Jay Rhymes. Number 3, in which country do people greet one another by saying, how's it? Is it A, Australia, B, New Zealand, C, Ireland, or D, South Africa? How's it? With a Z, how's it? Are we ready? 1, 2, 3.
It's so wrong.
Both of you guys are wrong. It is from South Africa. That's how they greet each other, saying, how's it?
How is it possible?
So in Australia, you say good day. New Zealand, you say kia ora. In Ireland, you said, how's the form? Never heard of that. But South Africa, that's how you say how's it. How would you say it, Jeremy, in the US?
Suck.
There you go. And Jessica Levy, how would you say Oh, I know this, but how would you say it in Jamaican?
Wagwan.
Wagwan, wagwan. I love it. I love it. Now, number 4, if you order food to take home and eat, you would call for carry way. If you were in which country? Carry way. Was it A, Barbados, B, England, C, Ireland, or D, Pakistan? I need some carry way.
We're gonna carry away with this.
Are we ready? 1, 2, 3. We got 2 for J Rhymes. Oh!
What did he say?
You say carry way in Barbados. And in England, you say takeaway. Ireland, you say takeaway as well. And Pakistan is grab and go.
Wow.
Obviously, here is takeout, you know.
Or Grubhub.
Grubhub, yeah, all of that. Jessica Kalimi, listen, you still got this. You're only losing by 1, baby. It's not a lot. And we still have a couple more to go, all right?
Oh, we're going that direction.
Going in this direction. In which country are you wearing these and calling them your cooling glass? Is it A, India, B, New Zealand, C, Ireland, or D, Grenada? Cooling glass. Are we ready? Let me take these off. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ooh. You guys both got it wrong. Oh man.
I hate this game.
These are called cooling glass in India. Who would have known? I would have never thought that. Cooling glass. So in New Zealand, they're obviously sunglasses. Ireland, sunglasses, shades, sunnies, and Grenada is dakas. All right. So that's this Caribbean term for sunglasses. How would you guys call this? Where you're from?
Shades.
The shade of it all.
The shade of it all. All right, so it is still 2-1. All right, so number 6. When you put on a thong in Australia, are you A, making sure you don't have undergarment lines, B, going out to the club, C, going to the beach, or D, going to work out at the gym when you put on a thong in Australia? Okay, are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Going everywhere, all of the above. And then A. It is C, going to the beach. A thong is a flip-flop.
Snap!
In Australia.
You got me there, Jonathan.
Yes, a thong is a flip-flop in Australia. Okay, guys.
Oh,
so, Jessica Kalimi, no undergarment lines, girl? Is that what you... and Jeremy, he was thinking about the wrong thong. All right, guys. Now, number 7. Chocolate lollipops gummy bears. When you have a craving for sweeties, which country are you in? Is it A, the United States, B, Australia, C, Grenada, D, France? Which country are you in? Are we ready? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Y'all both are wrong. It is from Grenada. They are called sweets or sweeties. All the candy. Of course, the United States is candy. Australia is lolly. And France is bonbons. J Rhymes.
Yes.
Sweets.
I love sweets.
Because you're pretty sweet to me. Oh, look at that. Jessica Kalimi, and you the sweetest of them all. Come on, baby.
Come on. Come on.
I love my contestants. Now, number 8. In England, when you ask for a fringe, you're asking for A, curtains for your windows, not blinds. B, a dress with a decorative hemline. C, bangs. Or D, the newest indie record.
Just writing a letter down.
Are we ready? Do we both have our answers in?
Yeah.
All right. Ooh. Intensity because we're getting towards the end. Okay, ready? Breathe in, everybody. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Fringe is ding ding ding. Jeremy, you got it. Bangs. Oh, Jessica Leamy.
I can't believe this.
All right, yes, in England, fringe. If you're asking for fringe, you're asking for some bangs. All right, so now this is the last one. Jeremy, you have 3. Jessica Leamy, you have 1. But this one, I will double it. Listen, producer doesn't even know about this.
You said this was cheating.
This is no cheating. This is no cheating. But the last question is double. All right? So Jessica Leamy, you have a chance to tie. Jeremy, you have a chance to take it all the way. And guys, I want you to know that the prize that you guys are playing for is Sam, Groundhog Sam shirt, or a Brad Show Live mug. All right? These are items that everybody wants, but everybody can't get unless you play. All right? So you guys ready for the last question?
Yeah.
Ooh. All right. In Jamaica, when you wish someone a happy Earth Strong, you are wishing them A, Happy Easter, B, Happy Friday, C, Happy Birthday, or D, Happy Earth Day.
Man.
My heart. Do you see it? Listen to it. That's my heart. That's my heart.
Oh no, you should listen to mine right now.
All right, Jessica Leamy, how you feeling? Jay Rhymes, how you feeling? Okay, for the win. Ready, 1, 2, 3. And it is a tie! It is a tie! Jessica Leamy got it! It is happy birthday! Oh! Jessica Leamy came back up. Jay Rhymes still got it. Oh, man. The Battle of the Jays. I think this calls for a round 2 sometime soon.
Yeah.
I don't know. How'd you guys feel playing? How do you say it?
It was good.
Yes?
You knew I would come back, Jeremy. I
You
knew
knew you were going to come back. I love it. I love it.
You all want a t-shirt, right? We all want a t-shirt and a mug?
Listen, you both got either or. We're going to talk to producer. We're going to find out which
we won, right?
Yes.
Yeah!
Yes. You both won. You both won. Woo! Can I get a little dance break? Hey. Okay.
I'm gonna break my chair.
Well, congratulations, you guys. This was awesome. Did you guys enjoy it?
Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, we loved having you guys on the show. Jessica Leamy, we love you so much. Jay Rhymes, you're so awesome. Brad Squad, I hope that you guys played along. And listen, if you want to play on the next game, which obviously you see it's super fun, make sure you hit us up in the inbox because we have a lot of games for you. All right, y'all. Peace out.
That was great, Yo-Yo. That was great.
Was so fun.
By the way, did Jessica Leamy take the mug, the Brad Show Live mug, or the Groundhog Sam T-shirt?
I have to talk to the producer to find out.
Oh, we don't even know what she got. Did we get her something?
No.
So you. I was going to ask. I said, what happens if there's a tie? Do you win anything? But apparently, you decided they win, right?
Yeah.
And we don't even know what did Jay Rhymes take? Did he take the T-shirt or the mug? We don't even give them out to the crew. You don't get them. You know, it's very, very valuable. We hold them very
valuable.
We hold them very, very tight. We don't give them even out to the crew. Doesn't even get free stuff like that, right? You got to win something.
Exactly.
Right?
That costs money.
That's right.
But it was a lot of fun.
And
everybody, y'all make sure that y'all tell us if you want to play though. We want to make more games.
That's right. So, just if you're part of the squad and you want to play maybe this game or a different game, we're going to keep score. Right now it's 0-0-1, squad versus crew. We're going to bring different members of the squad. We're going to bring different members of the crew, and we're going to play squad versus crew. We got the crew ready to play. They don't got to DM us. We got the crew ready to go. Everybody on our crew wants to play. Okay?
Absolutely.
So if you want to, if you're part of the squad, you're part of Brad's squad, and you want to play crew versus squad or squad versus crew, just drop us a DM in any of our social media. Our social media team will grab it, give it to one of our producers. So you can drop us a DM at Bradshaw Live on Instagram. Drop me a DM on Real Brad Bernstein on Instagram. Drop us a DM or on Facebook. I don't think there's any DM to drop on YouTube, but you can certainly send us a message or something, right?
Yeah, you can send a
Just
message.
leave a comment. We'll catch it. We'll catch
Absolutely.
it. And on Twitter, is there DMs on Twitter?
Yes, there is DMs
So drop
on Twitter.
us a DM on Twitter too. We're on Twitter as well, Yo-Yo.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do something we like to call speed round. I'm going to answer 9 immigration questions in 50 seconds. By the way, Sasha Ford says she's going to do it. Sasha, just drop us a DM. All right. You ready to go?
So we have to get this because Nesquik isn't here.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's going to feel bad if we do it.
Well, don't mess this up, Brad.
All right. I'm going to try. All right. Let's go.
All right. I overstayed due to COVID. Can I come back to the U.S.?
Yes, but you may need a SB1 visa.
How long can you travel with a travel document?
Not more than a month.
Can I get a green card if I overstayed but married to a U.S. citizen?
Of course.
Can I leave the U.S. if my I-539 extension is in review?
Yes.
Can I work remotely from my country as an OPT?
Yes.
Do I have to leave the U.S. to renew my visa?
Yeah, to renew your visa, yes.
Can I use a tourist visa to marry my fiance in the U.S.?
You can't come as a tourist, but if you come for 90 days, you can change your mind after.
How long does it take to hear after the I-130 RFE?
At least 120 days.
Can I file I-130 and I-485 concurrently?
Yes.
Woo! Come on.
Is there any Brad Show live music or nothing? Nothing. We just get balloons, no music. There we go. Party! We had the Yo-Yo and Brad Van show today, right? Woo! The Yo-Yo and Brad Van show.
Brad Show mug.
Yeah.
That was a lot of work with the mouse.
Do you know there's only 5 people in the world who have this right now? Me, you, Vanessa, and perhaps Jay Rhymes and Jessica Levy. Nobody else in this world has the mug. Or maybe years ago we gave it to somebody. Maybe years ago we gave it to one other person. I don't remember. But less than 10 people in the world definitely have this mug.
Yes.
But you got to play the game.
Absolutely. Play the game.
You got to drop us a DM on Instagram, Bradshaw Live, Facebook. Leave a message. Leave a comment. We'll get to you. We'll find you. We'll find you. We got the crew ready to go. We got an MC ready to go. We just need a squatty. All right. And I want you to know, I was in the meeting with the crew the other day, and they were plotting the games, and everybody wanted to play. And they were like, I wonder who from the squad's going to play. And then, I don't want to call out names, but then they were like, oh, I want to play this one on the squad. Or like, people were calling out squaddies to play.
I like that.
All right. Let's do comments of the day.
All right, y'all. Our first comment of the day comes from Lisa Bling Rose saying, if you want to join Uncle Brad and the crew, you've got to subscribe to Facebook or IG or YouTube. We are one big family. We joke, we laugh, and give advice.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
Yeah. That's very true.
What else?
All right, our second comment of the day comes from Carol Anderson, the Tiger, saying, share up, everyone. You need to let everyone know to come to the best lawyer ever in the universe. That's what I'm talking about.
All right. I like that.
Yeah. All right. Our third comment today comes from Asgar Khan saying, Brad, Mr. Brad, thanks for your great job. You are a hero to so many people. You help people by the thousands. May God bless you.
Aw, thank you very much. That's very nice.
Yes. Don Harriet saying, callers, when you call, please relax and listen to Brad. He has all the answers to your questions.
Thank you,
You have
Dawn.
to say,
Chill.
Yeah,
Chill.
yeah,
Take a chill, or let's zen out a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Zen's always good.
Yes.
Isn't that quite ironic that I'm telling people to chill and be zen? I'm like the least chill zen person out there, right?
At least, absolutely.
Yeah. All right,
It's all good.
I'm sorry. Drum roll, please, for the last comment.
All right, drum roll. We have two more.
Oh, we have two more. Okay.
This one is for Jessica Leamy. This is from Tally saying, "You go, girl."
Right. Yeah.
Yes. And we have one last one from the star of today, Jessica Leamy herself, saying, Brad, there's a part 2 in the near future for the Battle of the Jays.
All right. She wants to come back.
She's calling for it.
You know, there was Home Alone 1, there was Home Alone 2, there was Rocky 1 through 7. Fast and the Furious 1 through God knows how many, 9 or 10.
Halloween 1 to
Halloween
40.
1 through 40, right? We could at least have the Battle of the Jays too.
Absolutely, and I'm here for it. I'll be ready.
All right, we'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. So, Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay, but you know, Brad, I have to do everything around here. It's bad enough I've got to remember everything that happened on the episode from the previous day.
Forget it. I'll do it. The proceeding was information only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAW-LINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. And now, conveniently located in Hartford, Connecticut on 1 Congress Street. Visit us in Connecticut or in New York at 225 Broadway. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAW-LINK. 1-800-529-5465.